think I got the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway, because Brenda said it earlier when she, couched it about, he said, what sounds like complications for the community of particularly homeless people or individuals who are displaced, right? And so who is the community that represents this Medi-Cal population? And I'm kind of throwing that out to the group.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Who I immediately serve is our beloved homeless U.S. veterans and other beloved homeless people, kids, adults, seniors. I even have a lot of, seniors now that's, they're in their 70s, 80s, right? Looking for homeless retention, looking for declutterment services, because, a lot of seniors over a period of time, they gain so much possessions that they're in clutter.
Okay, next person up.
Hi, good morning, everyone. With the work that we do, we serve young people, middle-aged people, older people, anyone that can basically be affected by gun violence, whether as a victim or as a family member or a friend, and empowering our communities to be safe and for people to help to make that happen.
I think I'd ask Andrea.
Southside Coalition, we actually serve the clinics because they're our members.
Okay.
And an extension of that is their patients who are, the majority are Medi-Cal, covered under Medi-Cal, and it's low income populations in South Los Angeles.
Alberta, once again, who is the community you serve, right? What does it look like? What's been the history of that community?
Okay, I'm in the education committee and also people with special needs. I'm part of the Los Angeles Regional Center Systems, children and adults with special needs, and also children in the education system.
From the Black Women Rally for Action.
So with Black Women Rally, of course, we're serving the number one primary recipients and collaborators are Black women, their children and their families and their communities of all ages. And throughout the entire county, as we all know, most Black women live in the South LA area, but there's pockets of other areas within the county where Black women reside in numbers, and there's areas where they're very isolated. That's one thing that brought the group together, was the isolation of some Black women populations. For example, in the Valley, limited resources, the Lancaster, Palmdale areas, and other parts of the San Gabriel Valley areas where there's that are culturally appropriate to them because of the fact of the isolation and their newer populations amongst the populations, traditional populations in those areas. And so many of the ladies and their families have to seek services in LA.
Thank you, Michael. So Willie, with that in mind, I want to, and I know you'll provide us a slide, but slide number 9 intrigued me as it relates to the verification of assets.
Medi-Cal is redetermined, right, through the annual renewal process. So you can think of it as something that takes place every year where eligibility is determined and renewed, hopefully renewed. I think that a big piece of the message is that this is something that took place every year before COVID and was a challenge. I think recognizing that there's been now 3 years that have gone by where this has not taken place, it's been paused. It's just reminding folks to not ignore any messages from the county, from the state, anything that they get via text, via mail, via email. I think that's the bottom line.